The McCormick County Sheriff's Office is in a state of limbo while a judge tries to figure out if the sheriff-elect is legally qualified to be the sheriff. Republican Clarke Stearns won the seat in November, but his opponent, Democrat J.R. Jones, has filed a lawsuit trying to prevent Stearns from being sworn into office. News Channel 6's Mike Miller has the story tonight.
Jenny, well, former Sheriff George Reed did not seek re-election because he has been on medical leave for about 2 years. So several people came forward hoping to become the top cop. A former law enforcement officer from Virginia ended up winning, but now it's a question of whether or not he can be sheriff in South Carolina. It seems the entire town of McCormick, South Carolina, packed into the county courthouse Friday to find out who will be running the sheriff's office for the next 4 years.
Well, I was a sheriff's deputy for 31 years. I worked my way up through the ranks, started as a deputy, ended as a chief, and I came down here and I just watched and I watched and I watched, and they need some help.
Clarke Stearns is the sheriff-elect. He won the election with nearly 57% of the vote. However, his opponent, former McCormick Police Chief J.R. Jones, is now suing him and asking a judge to disqualify him as sheriff because Stearns does not have a law enforcement certification in South Carolina.
The code as we took it and the conversations I've had with my attorney, I mean, there's mechanisms to let us get in there to get certified. I mean, the specific code he talks about is my certifications in Virginia from a nationally accredited academy. There should be no problem transferring those over here.
But the plaintiff and his attorneys say Stearns can't be sheriff because of state law. They declined to talk to us on camera, but tell us they believe a sheriff must have had a South Carolina law enforcement certification for at least 3 years. Stearns' legal team argues that the law is not entirely clear on the matter and that the role of sheriff might not even apply to it.
I was hoping that we'd have resolution today and I'll get it over, said and done with, get a definite ruling. The people of the county need to know what's going on. They need to hear it. They need something final.
The judge will make a decision on the temporary injunction in the next 2 weeks, but for now, the sheriff's office will operate without an elected sheriff.
They need some different ideas. They need a different way to get resources and different allocation of resources to what they have. I think I could make a big difference in this county, and so did almost 3,000 voters. Sheriff-elect Stearns says he's going to talk with his legal team before making a decision on whether he should allow the county to swear him in as sheriff. Now, regardless of the outcome of this hearing, there still is that pending lawsuit, which means this legal battle could take months. Brad.